One person is dead. Several others are in the hospital right now after yet another night of violence across Indianapolis. All of this as our city leaders decide on how to move forward with crime prevention efforts. In just 1 hour, we saw 3 people shot at 3 different scenes along the west side of Indy. Meantime, a few miles away, the City County Council approved a multi-million-dollar proposal to improve public safety. Our Emily Longnecker kicks off tonight's big story, looking into what the city hopes to accomplish with this new money.
The vote was 23-2 in favor of a proposal that would give $3 million more to fighting crime in Indianapolis. $1.5 million of that money would go to IMPD. Monday's vote to do so came amidst calls from some to do just the opposite and defund the police. Such calls come at a time when IMPD says they've seen a record number of homicides, 137 so far this year, 130 of them murders.
And if you guys claim that you care about the community, then you should listen to them because they're actually living in the community as we speak.
$1.1 million would go towards programs to reduce domestic violence, help those with mental issues, and work with the city's youth. Some say that's not enough when compared with the dollars that will go to IMPD.
If you vote to give the IMPD half of the budget today, you vote for defense, and you're waiting on people to die to care about them again.
When you invest something, you expect to get a return. This proposal doesn't say what the return is going to be. They used a lot of nebulous and vague language about, systems and stuff like that, but it doesn't really say how is it going to get to preventing crime.
The money IMPD would get would go to enhance their capabilities for information gathering and intelligence work, as well as technology upgrades. Some would go towards more staffing to analyze data to target areas where the most gun violence is happening. Other monies would create a system to increase officer accountability if officers deviate from departmental standards. The proposal was criticized by Indy's Fraternal Order of Police, who asked for an amendment to add a gunshot detection system and mobile license plate readers in the field, a move IMPD Chief Randy Taylor told council was not the way to go.
I'm not afraid to spend money. However, I think it would be wise for us to hold back on this particular investment at this time. I think there is emerging technology that is coming forth that will do as good a job, if not better, at a lesser cost.
Once the approved proposal gets the mayor's signature, it could be a month before some of that $3 million gets to where it's headed.
Now tonight we've been digging into past pushes from city leaders to stop crime. Back in 2018, Indianapolis was designated the 10th most dangerous city in America. SafeWise, an online safety resource, looked at safety budget allocations, among other items, to determine that list. Then in the summer of 2019, Indiana Metro Police Department put together a crime reduction plan for the summer. The emphasis there by IMPD on community partnerships and specially trained peacemakers. Then in the fall of 2019, the City County Council voted to increase funding for police and crime prevention grants in the 2020 budget. In 2020, Indianapolis was no longer in the top 10 for most dangerous cities in the U.S.
Addressing the root causes of crimes and finding a potential solution is a pretty complex problem to solve. The Indianapolis Youth Commission released a letter last week calling for local leaders to take a look at how we approach and address ongoing violence.
When it's a result of poverty and trauma and mental health and all these social inequities that we're seeing, combining those things is leading to these violent outcomes.
Community groups like Voices Corp are trying to break the cycle through services offered to kids all across the city, and they're encouraging others to get involved too.
Even if it's just impacting one person, one student, that's better than not trying at all.